Whitlow.
I'm Brandon's Bobby, baby, and I can dance, by the way.
We are the Markout Movie Podcast. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Evil Dead 2013. It is 5 friends head to a remote cabin where the discovery of a book of the dead leads them to unwittingly summon up the demons living in a nearby well, but that's not accurate. In the woods, maybe woods. Woods is probably the word. I don't feel like clicking to see what else it says. All right. Jane Levy as Mia. Shiloh Fernandez as David. Jessica Lucas, who played in what's that show? She's in The Resident. She came on to The Resident the last season as Olivia. Lou Taylor Pucci.
Doesn't even look like him. How he looked in the movie. I mean, I know it's been like 8 years. But
as Eric, and then different. The forgettable Natalie is played by Elizabeth. Black or whatever her name is. Nobody cares.
She's the guy that's kind of supposed to be Ash in this movie. He always has the most boring, forgettable girlfriends.
Yeah. What's the numbers?
That's one thing that did keep accurate. The numbers are 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Got a 57% on Metacritic, which is basically normal. 88% like it on Google. It's got a 63% on Rotten Tomato score, and the audience score is actually the same at 63%. So, I mean, most people enjoy it.
Before we get into that, we're going to talk real quick, briefly about Black Widow, although I put 2 Ks in there. So we're going to drop that. We're talking about Black Widow real quick.
I think that was just you being you.
And I was trying to type it, and I couldn't see. All right, anyway. So I'm blind. I'm legally blind. No. So Black Widow, real quick, before we get into Evil Dead. Brandon just got finished watching the movie.
I just saw it, yeah.
I seen it. I was able to preview it a couple of weeks ago through being a film critic and all, I get to preview the Jungle Boat, whatever the hell it's called. What is it?
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, there you go.
With Dwayne.
I get to preview that. So Monday I get to watch that.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's what's up, man. Perks. But anyway, but yeah. So I watched this movie. Full closure. What's the word that I'm looking for? Disclosure. Yeah. Full disclosure. So I fell asleep while I was watching this movie.
That's never a good sign, Aaron.
You're gonna blow people's speakers out. So I fell asleep. We got a message. It's probably one of our boys. Real quick. Bill Dozer, back in the place. Would you cheat on your wife for a Klondike bar? I cannot answer that.
Yes, he would.
Klondikes are quite delicious. I digress. But oh Lord, hope she's not. Nobody share this. But anyway, so Black Widow.
Yes.
My girl Florence Pugh was great in it.
I love how you're gonna say you're a girl after you just got asked if you.
It is what it is, man. Florence Pugh is Florence Pugh.
She is. She's amazing.
Yeah, liked her in Fighting With My Family. Liked her in Midsommar.
And don't forget Little Women.
Little Women. She's excellent in Little Women. And she's good in this. So
she's great in this.
Yeah. And then you have the detective, sheriff. What's his name? He's gonna always be the sheriff in Stranger.
Hopper.
Sheriff. What's his real name?
David Harbour.
Okay.
They just call him
He was great. He was like the Russian Captain America dude.
But yeah, he's definitely better than this, and he wasn't Hellboy.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never seen Hellboy. But
Don't watch it.
I imagine it's bad.
It's terrible. It's got Mila Jovovich in it. You should know it's gonna be
Mia Djokovic, but yeah.
Djokovic. It is a joke. Absolutely.
Wow. Slammed her name, didn't you?
I will slam it. She ruined Resident Evil.
Oh Lord. Dozer may have something to say about that. Let's see. I enjoyed Black Widow. Not a good movie, but definitely a fun date night or a popcorn flick. I do agree. The opening, the code opening was great. And they're playing a.
You know who else would agree with you, Bill Dozer? Stephen Dorff. He would agree with you.
Explain.
You haven't heard all the stuff he said about Black Widow?
No, what did he say? I didn't
Oh,
know he was relevant. What did he say?
Oh! Didn't know he was relevant.
Yeah, Steven Dorff. Like, what has he done since Blade? I mean,
Why does everyone go to Blade? You know, he did a little movie with Emilio Estevez and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Dennis Leary called Judgment Night. Why can't that movie get some love?
yeah, I like that movie, but nobody thinks Steven Dorff there. They either think The Gate or they think Blade.
You know what? I'll
Pick
be honest
your
with
poison.
you. I didn't love The Gate, and I don't actually like Blade.
I don't actually like Steven Dorff. Nobody really does.
Oh, I love Steven though. He did Fear.com.
Okay, nobody cares. But
I
anyway,
don't remember it.
What did he say about this freaking movie, Brandon?
He said it was garbage and he was embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, dang.
To be part of this movie.
Why did he say that? I'm curious.
Because he didn't get called back to the movie. What was his name? Frost in Blade, the reboot. He thought he would. That's the rumor. He thought he would get called back to reprise the role.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Snipes is apparently going to show up, so he thought he would too.
Yeah, not everybody. You're no Wesley there, Steven. But anyway.
I mean, he's going to be in Demolition Man too.
Who, Wesley or Steven?
Not Steven. We're past
Who
Steven.
knows? I don't know what I'm trying to follow your logic, man. It's like the little string.
Well, you mentioned Wesley, so I just went.
All right, Dozer. I'm pretty sure those again. Let's see. Steven Dorff was hired as a spokesperson for Blue E6. If that don't scream irrelevant, then what does? Facts. Nobody cares about Steven Dorff. Maybe his family, personally.
You got people talking about it now.
Damn,
Talk about Marvel in a negative way. They will remember your name.
Well, you would never work for Marvel. You know they run everything. They run the mouse now. But anyway, so Black Widow, I thought it was fun though. From what I saw, I saw most of the movie. I just was sleeping. But yeah,
never a good sign.
I enjoyed most of the movie. I enjoyed Florence's stuff, and then I seen the end credit stuff. It was good. Yeah, I haven't seen Loki yet, so please no spoilers.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he has seen none of the.
I haven't seen nothing.
None of the Marvel shows.
But it's coming.
He's getting Disney Plus.
I am.
All right, anyway.
Well, I'll buy them too, but I'm definitely getting Disney Plus soon.
Real quick, no spoilers, because I don't want to go into spoilers of Black Widow, just in case people want to go see it. It did great in the box office. It was really good to see people coming out to see a good movie, not like Fast 9, F9. But anyway, it's good. I'm slamming that movie. I will slam it to the day I'm gone. Anyway, so
he'll be slamming it when he's entering the heavenly gates of heaven.
Yeah. God, don't let Ben up here. Oh,
hey. Don't let Ben up here. We can go that far.
Anyway.
I hate Vin Diesel too, but I ain't gonna go that far.
I'm just saying. I don't like shark toys. I don't know what Vin Diesel. Anyway, so randomly, what do you think about Black Widow, and then your score?
Well, since we're gonna bring Fast and Furious into it, I was gonna say that this is what Fast and Furious wants to be. They want to be Marvel, and Black Widow I thought was great actually. And but I tell you what, it reminded me of Hobbs and Shaw a little bit with the mind control, and it also reminds me of the movie Salt with Angelina Jolie. But I don't really know anything about the comics of Black Widow, so I can't say anything in that regards. But it was an entertaining movie. I agree with Bill Dozer. It's a fun popcorn film, which Scorsese says, they're what was it? Theme park attractions.
Yeah.
And I agree, they are, but they're very good theme park attractions. So, I thought it was a lot of fun without spoiling anything.
Not spoiling anything. Good.
I love the end credit scene, by the way.
I give it 4 Markouts out of 5. I really enjoyed it. It's good just to see Marvel again on the big screen.
Yeah.
So it was good. Well, I didn't see it on the big screen, but just good to see Marvel again.
Just good to see Marvel, huh?
Yeah, period. I like Marvel. I'm all about Marvel.
Yeah, it's better than DC.
Did you give you a score?
I'll go 4.5 out of 5.
Okay, that's good. All right, so now we're gonna get into the creme de la creme. No, the Evil Dead 2013. I can't call it that. So
what?
The creme de la creme, the best of the best. Yeah. No.
What would you say is the best of the best when it comes to Evil Dead?
In the Evil Dead franchise?
Mm-hmm.
I was really fond of Army of Darkness. Right, it's just me. It's like It's like, but I say Evil Dead 2 would probably be by far my favorite one. And then I like Ash versus Evil Dead. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, season one's awesome. That's all I've seen.
I wonder why somebody taking property that's not theirs. But yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Anyway.
I didn't say nothing. I just.
But anyway.
Wow.
What do you think? Which one's your favorite one?
Whoa! What happened here? My favorite one is it's The Evil Dead. Actually, it's the first movie, the original that was made for literally nothing. I was amazed what Sam Raimi was able to do with that first movie. I know part two is basically a remake of it, but I just didn't feel it was as good. And I hate Army of Darkness. I hate.
You can say direction. That because you'll say that.
This is my boomstick.
No, you ruined it. I gave you motivation, and you ruined it. This is my boomstick. Shop smart. Shop smart.
Yeah, well, I was just reading. I wasn't.
I'm there for you, Dozer. You can roast this guy as much as you want to.
Roast me. Everyone else does.
Have you met Ted? He showed up in the ER.
Ted?
From
Mother?
Yeah. Everybody shows up in the ER. Anyway.
Does David Spade show up too?
I don't doubt it. He's probably somewhere as a background character getting like a head lat. But anyway. So Evil Dead. This movie. So Brandon spoiled some of it.
How'd that spoil anything?
Only thing you spoiled is you said it's not technically a remake. It's
more of a reimagining.
Well, I've been calling it more of a requel.
Requel?
Remake sequel.
Resequel.
Requel. Because it had a lot of same beats from the first film, but it didn't
without the
humor. Even in the first film, it didn't have as much humor. It was more dark. The sequel, which is pretty much a remake of the first one, because they had more money, was more comedic.
Yeah.
They made it, and then that's what kind of got them on that path that trajectory that they are on now. But I think that this Evil Dead, they took the humor out of it and
completely
and made it just very sinister.
Yeah.
Which I thought that a lot of the effects in this movie was great. Like sound design was great. Like especially old girl saw on her face. Yeah. You can hear the meat and the skin and it's like it reminded me almost like of Hereditary when the mom was sawing her head off with the piano wire and you can hear the sound of it. It's just oh my goodness. Oh, sound, man. Sound works. If you do good sound in your movie, like I don't even have to see it, but I'm hearing it and it's like I go back to the Future when Marty. I go back to the Future when Marty slams his head on the concrete. The Foley sound of his head hitting, it don't make your head hurt. You're like, ooh,
my head's hurting right now, Aaron.
Trying to keep up with me, but yeah,
that's been hurting all day.
Kill him in the name of Jesus. But anyway, tell me what's your thoughts?
Oh, Evil Dead. Okay, first off, this is the first time I rewatched this since 2013. And I absolutely adored this movie in 2013. I would have said this is the best of the best in 2013. Mm-hmm. I actually did. Boy, I hate Crow rewatching it. But then, I mean, my opinion can change. Like,
it didn't hold up for you.
Not on that level. I would have gave it 5 markouts back then. Because I loved how sinister it was. I loved how dark it was. Mm-hmm. But watching this, it made me miss the fun aspect of Evil Dead and the campiness of Evil Dead, because this is a straight up, dark, sinister horror film in the cabins and in the woods, and with these little demons from this book of evil. What the Book of the Dead? Is that what it's called?
Book of the Dead.
Book of the Dead. Yeah.
Originally the Necronomicon.
I can't pronounce that.
I have. I don't know where it's at, man.
You got the book?
Well, I have.
What you got the book for?
I have, unless somebody stole it.
I hope someone stole the book.
No. I had an Evil Dead DVD, but it came in the Necronomicon, which it was really cool. But I'm not seeing it anymore because someone probably stole it.
Yeah.
Because I have thieves in my family.
They saved your life.
Let's be real.
They saved your life.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
it wasn't, but it was modeled off of the first Evil Dead Necronomicon, which was more of the with the face on it and stuff. This one, it was just skin bound by skin. This was more. This was creepier Necronomicon. What's wrong with you?
I don't like talking about it.
You don't like talking about the Necronomicon?
No, I don't.
You don't like talking about the Book of the Dead?
No.
They didn't call it the Necronomicon in this. They called it this.
Yeah, I don't know what they called it.
The Book of the Dead.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So, all right. So,
from the book.
all right. What I love about this movie. So in the first film, in the first Evil Dead, and Evil Dead 2, their motivation for going to the cabin is just some kids want to get away, have spend the weekend in the woods or whatever.
Your basic set up for an 80s or late 70s horror film in the woods.
I chose this for my summer horror. I thought it was more of a summer because the first one was more summer horror type of, summer horror type of thing. But this is not. I don't think it's summer at all. but that's fine. But yeah, this one though, I like the idea of them coming and doing it for her to go quit cold turkey. Her drug habit. I love that aspect of it. I thought that was really.
Oh,
what's wrong with you?
I felt like I got bit in the rear. See what happens when you start talking about the Book of the Dead? Weird things start happening. I don't like it.
What in the world, Brandon?
I felt like I got bit. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying.
The only thing in here is my dog. I don't think he bit you.
No, he didn't bite me. But I just feel like something did bite me. You're just laying down sometimes. You feel like something's biting you.
No.
No.
Anyway, crazy guy. What do you think? What's your thoughts of? Did you see the old car, the Raimi's car?
Mm-hmm.
So Raimi has a tradition of putting this car in every movie, even the Spider-Man movies and stuff. Like you can look for the Easter egg in a Raimi movie and look for that car, that yellow beat up car. You'll see it in most of his films, I believe, if not all of them. But yeah, it's in this movie again as a broke down car in the back of the house, which I love that. I marked out when I saw that. I was like, okay, that's cool. I love that little reference. I love they reference the quick shots, the Evil Dead shots. Raimi style of directing, like pop, 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 pop. They reference that a few times. But yeah, just I like the aspects of that. I also like like I said, the practical effects. What's your thoughts on Tell me about the characters, Brandon. You a character guy.
I am a character guy.
You are a character. What's your thoughts on the characters in this film and the blandness of all right? So the Ash prototype was very bland, in my opinion. So was his girlfriend. They were.
Okay. I agree with you on the girlfriend. I don't feel he was bland. I'll tell you what he actually reminded me of. He wasn't Ash, but he was built to be the Ash type character.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Ash. He didn't have the personality of Ash. But for what he did have, he reminded me of more of Sam Winchester.
I did. I thought that.
And in Friday 13th. Look, the bond between the brother and sister. Mm-hmm. That aspect of the movie, which is my favorite aspect in this film. Their bond. He won't leave her. He sacrifices. Spoilers. Himself.
That's fine. Spoilers. This came out 2013. You ain't seen it. Something's wrong with it.
But he just never watched it.
True. I am now eating crow.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you as far as the personality. He wasn't Ash. He was kind of bland in that way. But I don't agree that his character was strong.
Mm.
His love for his sister, I dug that. I really did. I love that. As far as the other characters, though, the sister was fine. They did a little twist there because she's the one that's really infected, got the demon in her, and
she essentially was in the first Evil Dead. She's essentially the sister was the first one affected in the first Evil Dead film, but she is they did a swerve in the sense of they made it seem like he's the main guy, but in reality,
for most of the movie,
she's the final girl.
Yeah.
And so,
I like that though.
Yeah, I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hurt when the character, died. I hated that. Cause I was like, cause you didn't got accustomed to him, like his survival. He was like a survivalist, man. He was really good at coming up with stuff on the fly, like defibrillator or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like really good at coming up with stuff, man. And
That's why I actually really respected the decision to sacrifice himself for her. That's all
it
he
makes
was.
sense
Because
as
he
somebody.
hadn't lived up to that point.
He ran and
Yeah.
was coward and didn't stick around. So yeah, him keeping his promise and staying was,
Yeah.
Throughout
the whole film, he said he would never leave her, and because he's done enough of that. So I like the character. I thought it was.
Yeah.
You couldn't redo Ash with someone else. You can't do it. In my opinion.
And I'm glad that also they didn't do the whole thing of okay. There's another complaint, but yeah, but I'm glad they didn't do the whole thing of like, hey, this is Ash and this is this one and this is that one. Like with the same names. I'm glad they didn't do that. And so the way that the timeline works essentially is after Evil Dead 2, and at the end of Evil Dead 2, this cabin has been abandoned for 30 plus years. There was a time frame somewhere in the middle where people used the cabin to, kill his daughter who was possessed by the demon. And so, that happened. Which I thought that was interesting. I thought we'd see more of those people. I was kind of surprised I didn't see them.
Yeah, they're just there for the opening to set you up.
Because there was even a guy with like a burnt face. It
was curious that they started the movie out that way. It didn't bring them back. Because it was almost like a setup. This is what Evil Dead is. Like you don't know. Like majority of fans don't know what Evil Dead is. Again, they play to the audience as being stupid, which I don't like. But I mean, people know what Evil Dead is.
If you're going to see Evil Dead, there might be an off chance that the person that's going to see it's never seen Evil Dead. It's like someone saying, "Well, let me go see Quiet Place 2. Have you seen Quiet Place 1? No, but let's go see this one." No, don't do that. Don't be that person.
But I would say 95% of people that saw this originally knew exactly what they were getting into. So you don't have to set it up like that. I like the setup for what it was, but again, we know what this is.
Yeah.
And you don't bring any of these characters back. Because that's what I was confused about. Like, what year was this taking place?
Yeah, I was kind of confused with that too. I thought honestly that this was, at the beginning of Evil Dead, they found a recording from the paleontologist or whatever. Yeah. Not paleontologist, but whatever he is, archaeologist or whatever. Paleontologist is Ross on Friends.
But anyway, he is.
But anyway, I watched it, by the way. I watched that anniversary reunion thing.
Was it good?
It was really good.
We getting on Friends now. Yeah, boy.
It's great stuff. Great stuff. Could I be wearing any more clothes? But anyway, so the archaeologist in the original film, he had a recording because what they did is they played the recording and heard the reading that way, and that's how the demon happened. This one is an idiot friend
who thinks he's smarter than he is.
Who is an idiot. As Jericho would say, stupid idiot. He literally, it said, don't read, don't write, don't say it.
Which also reminds me of the Bye Bye Man. I ain't gonna lie. Don't say it, don't think it. What was the other one? Don't say it. Is it just don't say it, don't think it?
Don't say it, don't think it, or something. I've seen the movie once. Yeah, I've seen the movie once.
I've seen it 3 times. And the main character cracks me up every single time. What's that?
A little spit came out of your mouth then, but okay.
Something's always coming out of me. I mean, just being real.
But anyway, Bye Bye Man. No, anyway.
That's a movie we should review. What was it? What was that thing? Bad. Atrociously bad.
Yeah, we should do that. I'm down because it was terrible. But I've seen it once.
So much fun.
But anyway.
It's like my new version of Pieces.
Okay, but anyway, so this friend, man, I had his name. I want to say his real name.
Blonde-haired dude.
Blonde-haired dude, Eric Bookworm. So he essentially reads the Necronomicon, And so they were there for her to detox. And so at one point, she goes outside to kind of cool off. And as she's outside, at the same time, unbeknownst to her, they went to she smelled something dead. And
they thought she was crazy.
Yeah, the dog pulled the rug, and it shows like blood. And then underneath was like a thing of dead cats. A lot of dead cats. If you're into PETA hates this movie. But
PETA hates everything.
PETA hates everything.
They really do.
No offense. Or maybe. Who cares? You hate me probably. That's fine. Anyway.
Well, you just mentioned them and they hate everything. As I did.
They hate you. Anyway.
Well, I'm used to that.
Right. But anyway. So PETA, never mind. PETA hates us. The cats. There's cats, right? There's some dead cats. And she smelled them, and they went, and that's where they found the Book of the Dead it was bound in a garbage bag and with barbed wire. That's everything that says, like, other than a neon sign that says, do not open it. Why would they even leave it out? Like, why wouldn't you bury that some bitch? Like, what like
language?
I'm sorry. Why would you leave it out?
I don't have answers. Let's ask Sam Raimi one day when we get him on the podcast in our fantasy lands.
One of these days we'll get Sam. But anyway, yeah. So
he produced it. I mean,
they leave
the
it out.
Don't Breathe director directed it.
Yeah, man, that's a great movie too.
It is.
Yeah, I love it. Like literally, it's a great movie.
It is.
But it's better than this movie. But anyway,
yeah, I have to admit,
he got better as he went along, I guess.
But this was a powerful movie back in 2013.
It wasn't bad. That's what I'm saying. Don't think that we're hating on Evil Dead 2013.
No,
it's not bad. It's just that
humor.
It needs. Yeah, it's missing that. So maybe it's the humor. It's missing that little thing that makes it Evil Dead. It doesn't really feel like Evil Dead.
No, this would have been fine.
It feels like Cabin in the Woods, more like Cabin in the Woods.
This would have been fine as like a Haunting in the Woods.
No, it's not Cabin. Cabin in the Woods is more Evil Dead than this.
Oh yeah, Cabin in the Woods was very campy.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Excellent.
That definitely gets 5 stars for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But this felt like a Haunting in the Woods type story, which I know technically Evil Dead is kind of that, but Evil Dead is campy as well.
But they took that.
They took that aspect out completely.
Yeah. But
like she's got a little bit of humor when she turns into the demon. I ain't gonna repeat what she says.
She says some stuff, but anyway.
That is from the first movie though, and I love that they actually did keep that. And I did laugh at that. That's the only part that I laughed at. But
this is one thing I was saying. So the bookworm reads the book out loud, like literally scribbles to see what it says because they covered it up. He scribbled to see what it says, and he's reading out loud. And he just literally just read. Don't say this out loud, idiot. But anyway, he reads it, and then the Raimi cam goes through the woods and finds her, and she vomits. But there's a scene where she's trying to run out, escape, and as she tries to escape, is that the scene where she tries to escape? And
yeah, right after that.
Well, what scene happened first when she's in the room talking to the brother? Is that first? And she sees the reflection of the thing in the mirror?
I think that's after.
That's after. Okay. So she tries to run and escape, and then she ends up in the She ends up crashing and then getting caught in binds. So this wasn't an original cut, but they wanted the producers. I don't know who the producer of this movie was. I don't know if it's Weinstein. Probably not Weinstein. Somebody probably the equivalent. Wanted the rape scene back in this movie. They didn't have it in it, but he's like, no, I want this scene back. And so the scene of in the first one, the tree stump or whatever, the tree thing straight,
Oh yeah.
But this one is it was different. It was different in the sense of like she regurgitates.
But no, it does actually go in her.
Yeah, so.
But they don't,
It's not as
they don't explore.
It's not as blatant as it was in the first one. Which thank you for that, I guess. But it still happened. But that's how the demon ends up in her. And they found her and they take her back and she starts seeing the demonic version of her. But then she boils herself, which was a very brutal scene to watch.
I mean, you don't want to see people get boiled.
No, boiled people is not unless you're Jeffrey Dahmer, you might be into that stuff. But anyway, too soon. Anyway,
why did we come back to Jeffrey?
But anyway,
last week was Jeffrey. Now this week, I think you got a thing for Jeffrey.
I have no thing for Jeffrey. Jeffrey have a thing for me. Get your facts right.
Well, Jeffrey's not bringing you up though.
Jeffrey's dead. He ain't bringing nobody up. Anyway,
let's hope not.
He died a brutal death, Jeffrey. That's what you get. Anyway, so let's get back to Evil Dead.
I wish we would.
So what were your thoughts of the, like, I love the aspect that the characters wanted to keep her there, because to them she was just wigging out because coming down, she was going cold turkey. What do you think about that aspect and their motivation? No, let's keep you here. And she's like, no, there's something crazy out in the woods. What do you think about that aspect?
I liked it. I thought, like, I liked the story arc with her having a drug issue and they decided to go to this old cabin. I like that. It felt different, and I like the storyline better in this movie than I did in the original. But like I said, it missed the campiness. But I did like their reasoning for keeping her there. They think she's, as you said, wigging out. Is that what you said? Wigging out?
Oh, my cousin said, I'm sorry. He Devin Frank Whitlow, Derek, my cousin Derek. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Brandon! Give him a shout out.
Happy birthday!
It's his birthday. He really likes Space Jam and LeBron James. But he's a grown man. But happy birthday!
I'm pretty sure that's not a birthday wish there. But he likes Space Jam and LeBron James.
He likes like LeBron.
The way you said it, I was like shocked.
Like, he was really like Allen Iverson back in the day. Iverson was the truth. But yeah,
this movie would be doing better if it was Iverson. Just saying. But happy birthday, man.
He'd be crossing over the demons.
And we need to see that. We need to see
Allen Iverson crossing over demons. But yeah, happy birthday to my cousin Derek, aka Devon Frank Whitlow. Love you. Enjoy the day. And awesome stuff. But yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
I lost track.
We were talking about the aspect of her being in the detox type of thing.
Yeah, I liked it. I really did. I enjoyed the story arc, and they do think she's wigging out, and she's like, "No, there's something crazy in the woods. We're all gonna die."
I love that. Yeah.
And I really did. I enjoyed that aspect of it. And the one, we haven't went to the girlfriend yet, but the one character I really didn't like.
Girlfriend. The girlfriend nobody likes?
The David's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I haven't went to her yet.
Okay.
I'm not going to her right now. I'm going to go to the nerdy guy's girlfriend. I'm assuming that.
The RN, the registered nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like her.
I
like the actress. I think she's great. But I did not like her in this movie. I thought she was kind of somewhat of a throwaway.
Yeah, I think most of them I felt very throwaway. Like Mia was clearly the best character in this movie. And then I think, the brother would be second. And then the book guy. The book guy was great.
He had some stuff.
He was great.
You wanted to punch him.
Oh yeah, so much. He had a punchable face.
Because he was wanting to blame the sister for all that happened. No, man, you did this.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
You literally read from the Book of the Dead, man.
I think everything's happening because of her. No, everything's happening because you read the book.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, so the sister boils her skin. They get her and they give her a sedative. She's supposed to be out and they're discussing what to do. Same time she pops up with a shotgun, a boomstick, and she shoots her brother, and then she scream. I think makes a noise, and then she faints, faux faints. Fake faints. But anyway.
Faux faints.
Yeah, and so she faux faints, and the RN chick, like, the most clumsy run over to get the gun I've ever seen. You see that? She's like,
I did see it. I watched it last night.
She did this little thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, you get over here and get the gun.
First of all, she shouldn't have been getting the gun to begin with. It should have been her boyfriend.
Yeah, somebody.
I mean, you pushing people around this whole time in this whole movie. You go man up and get that gun.
Yeah,
You're ordering people around
but
the whole
no,
time.
she didn't get the gun. All she got is a face full of demon vomit, blood,
Yeah,
vomit.
that
That's contagious. Because
You know, I kind of think
you get that, you start sawing your face off.
Yeah. That scene though, when she was doing the thing with her face, reminded me of Mirrors. Like
I remember Mirrors, with Kiefer.
Kiefer, Amy Smart's character, what she did to her face.
Oh
yeah.
I
It reminded me of that. It's like,
I ain't seen that movie in years, man. I ain't seen it.
That is like one of the most gruesome scenes I've ever seen in horror movie.
Yeah,
history.
this one. So first, we got a sneak peek, which I didn't. I thought this looked terrible, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. So when she was like she's in the mirror, like doing that in mirrors, right? Yeah. It's like they totally stole it from Mirrors, by the way. Did. But yeah, so when she closed the mirror, and then you see her, not Amy Smart face, because Amy Smart's face looked better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it looked better, like in that movie. But it looked so bad, like the digital look on it. I don't know if it's digital or what, but it looked terrible, didn't it? Did you remember how it looked? Did it look bad?
I mean, I remember it. It looked better when she was actually in action with the face.
Yes, but in the mirror, it didn't look as good. But then what sold it is, oh man, now this whole scene. So she goes in the bathroom to try to get this. She tries to run out, and the demon stops her, and the door shuts, and then Bookworm comes in, looking to find her.
With his little guy there. I mean, were you like, oh,
yeah, I was okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. I'm actually
but then, oh my gosh, Brandon. So I'm getting to it. So, because this part messed me up. So, oh my gosh. So anyway,
with the eye.
Yes, but oh my gosh. So anyway, so she goes in there and like she's in there sawing her face, and like I said, the sound design, you hear the flesh like falling off.
Yeah, you hear
it. It was better than when you saw it, and then you're like, but it wasn't this. But then he stumbles over a piece of flesh, hits his back on the toilet, and lands, and then she comes in and
she goes Norman Bates on him.
She stabs him in the shoulder. Didn't she stab him in the shoulder?
Yeah, she doesn't. She does. Well, kind of like the chest.
Yeah, like she stabs him with the glass.
She barely missed the heart.
But then this is the part that got me. She takes the syringe, the needle, and she starts like stabbing him in the eye, but his glasses on, and the sound of it just ting 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 ting, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then like when she starts connecting, I was like, oh no. It just really got me because I have a thing about needles.
Yeah, no one likes those needles.
And then when he stops and takes the glasses off, I'm like, what are you doing? That's my first thought. I was like, why you take your glasses off, you idiot? But he takes it off, and then he reveals that he has that needle stuck in his eye. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
It's gruesome. It's grotesque. Aaron loves it.
But then he kills her with a piece of toilet seat.
Yeah.
But hey, this is my question. So
go ahead.
In the original Evil Dead, you can't really kill the Deadites. In here, really, I mean, the Deadites actually die.
Yeah. Like
they definitively dead. Because there's moments when I was watching this, I'm like, oh, that chick from the bathroom is gonna come back, or or somebody else dies. I'm like, well, they're gonna come back. What do you think about that?
Couldn't you kill them if you dismember them? No, you really couldn't, could you?
Because
it's been a long time since
they dismembered them in the original, and they literally came back. You had to really do what you had to do to end the whole thing.
I guess they were creating new mythology to it. I don't.
Because is that, and then also there's points where you would think that it's really the demon being fake with I've changed and I'm back to normal. You're like, no, because there's times when, all right, so we're going to get to the girlfriend, because after she dies, the next one that dies is the dumb girlfriend that nobody likes. All right.
Well, it's not that I don't like her. It's just she brings nothing to it. She has no personality. She's pointless.
Tell him how she dies.
Oh, this is for part 2, right? Evil Dead 2.
Is it? I don't remember.
Sawing off her arm.
Yeah, I don't remember. I ain't seen it so long.
Because Ash had to cut off his arm.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was part 2.
Yeah.
So it was a throwback It kind of was a throwaway though, but it's a throwback to that scene.
And I thought that the comedy in that scene though is this hand became animated and started trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
But go ahead. And he puts it in the microwave, didn't he, at one point?
Yeah. But in this one, when she starts doing that, I'm like, when I first saw this movie, I was like, no way. They're not making her Ash. She's been nothing this whole time. There's no way. This is not the swerve that she's going to become Ash. Because that's what I was thinking when I first seen it, because I knew he got his arm chopped off.
Uh-huh.
And he uses that arm, for the chainsaw and everything. And
that's what I was thinking, too.
I was like, but rewatching it last night, I was like, I was laughing, but I wasn't laughing because it was funny. I was laughing at the sadness of it because she's pointless. This is all she was used for throughout the whole movie.
So he sends her in there because he's trying to tend to Bookworm, and so he's like, go in there and give him some sugar water, like this is Men in Black or something. But anyway, so she's going to get some sugar water, and then like she can hear. She's such a stupid character. People do dumb stuff in this movie. She's a cellar open and then sees Mia sitting there with her back facing away from her and talking, what am I doing down here, guys? Oh, I'm there. I thought you was here to help me. Y'all left me down here. It's cold, it's dark, it's just smell like dead cats. Stuff like that. Anyway, she didn't say that. But anyway, so she's down there and then what does this girl do? I'm here to help you, Mia. Let me come down here and help you, Mia. And
I feel like you about to turn into Michael Jackson. Let me help you, Mia. Ooh, yeah. Let me help you. I don't know. I just feel like that's what you're about to go into.
If you can see my face,
I know it's
frozen. Anyway, so no, she goes down there, and what do you know? Mia attacks her, and she tries to run. And
is her name Mia though?
Yeah, I think it's her name.
Because when you say Mia, I just keep on thinking of Jordana Brewster from Fast and Furious. Mia.
I think her name's Mia because I was looking at the subtitles.
She's pointless and forgettable, but you know her name. Or is this the sister?
It's the sister, the demon sister. That's why I know her name. Nobody knows the chick's name.
I just know David.
They got her. They got her arm cut off.
I know David because of the Lost Boys. That
anyway. So dumb girl.
There we go.
She licks the blade.
He's one moment away from calling her a dumb blonde.
Tell him about them licking the blade, man.
Licking the blade?
She licks the box cutter. Mia.
Oh yeah, she does do that. I actually forgot about that.
Anyway, she licks the box cutter. Anyway, so that happens. My point is, she bites her, affects her arm. She goes to the kitchen and she starts sawing it off. But before she is gonna saw it off, Mia's like looking at her the whole time, which is a very creepy scene. It's very reminiscent of the first two movies because it's the same thing. When they're in the cellar and she's kind of looking, dead by dawn, which we don't hear that at all. But anyway, there is she's sitting there. She's like, don't do it, don't kill it, don't do it, don't cut your arm off, don't cut it, don't do it, And she's like, F you, Mia, I'm doing it, and she does it, and then Mia's like, ha, you dummy, I got you doing it.
Were you a fan of white chicks by chance?
I guess everybody was. But all right, anyway.
You reminded me of one of the Wayans when you just did that. Don't do it, Mia.
Anyway, so she cuts her arm off, but guess what? It didn't mean nothing because she ends up shooting her face with nail gun.
Yeah, the nail gun.
The nail gun. Talk about it.
The nail gun was something sweet. It was a nice touch to the movie. I'm sorry.
It was.
But I love it when
it was very terrifying.
Yeah, very terrifying. It reminded me of that one Bruce Willis movie. He's getting shot up with a nail gun.
I think I remember.
Striking Distance, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
I think it's what it was called. But anyway, I love the fact that Bookworm really gets it. Because it's all his fault. But his girlfriend's attacking him. He's getting shot at nail guns. I mean, it's like this guy, but he had it coming though, right?
Bookworm had it coming.
Bookworm had it coming.
Yeah. Oh, so Bookworm gets a body full of nail gun, which he needed that nail gun. So she she dropped the nail gun, and she picks up the crowbar and starts walloping. And this is where I thought they was gonna make David, is that the brother's name?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought they was gonna make David the Ash, because when she's beating his arm up, I thought it was gonna tear his arm off or something and make him use a chainsaw. That's what I was thinking. I was like, was this where he's gonna get the chainsaw? I thought that it injured his arm because she hit him. He took a good couple of whacks on the arm.
Yeah.
But she was about to do that KO shot, and then old boy came in again with the shotgun and blew her arm off. But for that, she picked it up again and started walloping him again.
Yeah.
No. She didn't blow. He shot her with the nail gun, and then she's like, man, I got nails that already in me, bro. You ain't hurting me. You ain't hurting me.
He got up and tackled her or something.
No, the brother tackled her. That's when she got the crowbar and started wailing on him.
Yeah.
And then she was about to wail on him some more and kill him. And then next thing you know, Bookworm turns around and shoots her with the nail gun, and she's like, do you not see my face? Do you not see the nails already in my face and my body? I did this to me. What are you gonna do with the nail gun? It ain't hurting me.
I like it.
And so
Aaron's got the personality coming out right now.
She comes and then she says, you know what you're gonna get for shooting me with a nail gun? You're gonna get a tire iron to the face. And so she starts wailing, and I thought Good Buddy was dead.
I'm a little concerned that you're gonna turn into Red Fox in a minute.
Yeah. No, seriously. Did you think that? Oh, he dead? Because she gave this man concussions, head trauma. I've been watching ER. He would have not survived. That brain matter. He would not survive. Anyway, they would have said time of death 1532. Because he was dead.
Dead.
Yeah. He ain't no coming back from that. But then, when she's about to do that fatal blow, brother David came in and shoots her hand with the boomstick. How'd they get so much shotgun shells? But anyway, that's I divert. What do you think about that? Oh, then she turns around. Oh, that's what I was gonna get to. I want your thoughts on this. And then she's like, "Oh, my arms are gone, David. What'd you do? Oh, I'm dying." And she's human. And I was like, "Oh, no, shoot her again." That's what I was thinking. That was my thought. I was like, "No, shoot her again." And then no, she's really human and she died. Your thoughts on that? That's all it took.
Yeah, in the moment, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just enjoying the aspect of this gore fest that's happening.
It's gory.
I'm embracing that, and that's what my mind's at. It's like I'm not trying to think of flaws in the movie.
No, I wasn't thinking of a flaw. It's not a flaw, but just they changed it. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier, that you couldn't kill the Deadites in the original.
Yeah.
Essentially nothing you could do would kill them. In here, when they die and they become human, essentially right before their death, they're human again, or when they're dying. So she's was human. She was back to being normal, and she died. So there's a way to you kill them, they die. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm confusing.
No, I mean I just didn't think about it that way. I was just in the moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it after the movie was over. I was like, oh, okay, that's it. Time to cut it off.
Yeah. But
put my show in.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, after that part, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do." David says, "So I'm gonna go ahead and they did it where they showed he's gonna burn the house down, and then the sister's singing to him, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna do it my way." So he buries it because it goes to bury her.
This is the aspect I did not like. She was buried for literally what? It felt like maybe seconds. And then he's going to dig it back up, and she's magically going to, he's going to, not magically, but he's going to bring her back.
Yeah, I thought that was a swerve, but too. There's so many swerves. I'm because she's he killed her, but she's taunting him this whole time and breathing in the bag and stuff, and it's just crazy looking. Her eyes, man, she does such a good job. But then she dies, and he brings her, he's like, oh, he thought he failed in bringing her back, but she's at peace. And then he's walking away, and then the next shot is a horror shot of her standing behind him, with her hair draped over her face, and he's like, oh, you're back, you're normal. And I thought, no, I'll kill her. She is not your sister. I literally was thinking this and saying this while I was watching the movie. I'm like, that is not your sister. You better kill her. What you doing, hugging her neck? And I'm like, but no, it was her.
Yeah,
And I was like, what?
that's the part I don't like about it.
Oh, by the way, in between all this, Bookworm dies, but nobody cares. Anyway,
Well, I was going to get to that, but he's going to get the keys. They're inside the house, and he looks.
in the picture.
Yeah, and he looks behind him. There's nothing there. But then he gets. I don't know if he remember gets the keys then, or if he already had
And then he
them.
looks at the picture.
Yeah, but then the bookworm's there, and
Bookworm's dead. He's a deadite.
Essentially, yeah. It. I don't know. I just didn't care for that whole scene, but
And he stabs him in the throat with like wire pliers or something.
yeah. So it's like, oh no. I remember back in the day when this came out, like, oh no, man, it hit me hard because you got to know David so well, and like it's like he's the Ash. You can't kill Ash, but he's not the Ash. He's not the Ash.
Yeah, it's a swerve. The swerve in this movie is you thought that was the Ash because he's even wearing the blue like type of shirt that Ash would wear. You know, just like looks like that he would be the Ash, but no, swerve. He does kill himself to sacrifice himself so his sister can get out, but at the same time he makes the 5th death in the Book of the Dead, and so that brings back the adulterer, whatever the hell they call it. Well, no, what they call him. It's like the demon. The demon comes back, and the demon comes from the ground, and it starts raining blood. And Mia is trying to escape, and the demon burns her skin, and she crawls out the other side. And when she crawls out the other,
she flips the car.
Yeah,
on her hand.
No, that didn't happen first. First, she goes to get the chainsaw. Yeah. She's running. She goes into the hole and tries to hide. And the demon chick was like, "What are you trying to hide from me? I see you." And so she runs and goes into the hole, and she's flinging into the hole.
I love it though, Aaron. Your personality is really coming out.
And then the demon.
I'm letting it go.
The demon was like, "Well, no, you think you get away?" She's like, "Machete, Jason, representing." But then she's like, "No, chainsaw, massacre." And so she grabs the chainsaw, and so
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Let's go Evil Dead. But yeah, okay, it was Evil Dead.
I actually thought it was Leatherface too when I first saw Evil Dead. Like, oh, chainsaw, that thing.
There had to be a reference. I mean,
I think it was, but it became its own thing.
Yeah, it became its own thing. But
it's kind of like Jason became his own thing.
But
it's amazing how horror works.
But yeah, so she gets. But this is a great part, and I want to get your thoughts on it too. So she's like she fills it up, and she's trying to get the top rows away. And ends up like in front of Demon Chick, and then the Demon Chick was like, "Hey, what you doing?" So she like scours away and then drops something, and like she's essentially covered in a corner, like between 2 pieces of wood, walls or whatever. And then the Demon Chick grabs machete and starts stabbing it in and cutting her. But then when she cuts her, she's like slowly coming back like that. What do you think about that?
I mean, it was a good shot. It was a interesting shot. Interesting choice.
Interesting choice.
Slowly come back,
Yeah, but, like she put it fast and then she said, "Oh, I got flesh there." Yeah, let me ease it on there. Get up in
that
there.
Is showing that you're
in there. Get up in there.
That is showing that you're actually enjoying what you are doing.
She did. She enjoyed it. She loved filleting her some Mia. But anyway,
I'm not so sure how I like it. She sure likes, what was it? Filleting some Mia.
I say that way, though. Anyway.
Do you not understand how you said?
She gets out of the wall, and then she escapes, and that's when she tries to get into the car and drive away.
Yeah.
And then a Demon Chick was like, "Nope," and grabs her and burns her ankle. And then like she gets out the passenger side or whatever, and then she's like, "You think you escaped me, bitch?" And then she like she totally did like this to the car. And
go in.
She landed on her hand, and then like this was what was brutal because her hand was stuck and she couldn't get away. So she had to. I thought she was gonna take chainsaw.
That scene though,
yeah,
where she's got her hand stuck. I keep on saying it is a throwback. It is a throwback. Child's Play 2 with Chucky in his arm.
Mm.
You didn't think of that at all?
Mm-mm.
Especially when it's tearing?
No.
Oh, man, yeah.
I thought it was brutal because it's tearing. You can see the tendons and everything.
Yeah, I thought.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's your hand, man.
Yeah, that hand.
Don't do it to your hand. But she had to do it to her hand because not Demon's gonna do it to her, right? So
To her.
yeah. So
I
yeah.
feel like we went back to New Orleans or something. To
her.
her.
To her, yeah. So the Demon was.
If I just offended the New Orleans people, I do apologize.
You probably did. Demon.
I'm always offending somebody.
The Demon was gonna bloody like kill her, and he's like, "I'm gonna swallow your soul." And then like she did.
Yes, that was a good line. I like that.
She did that badass thing where she took her little nub and stuck it in the chainsaw thing. I got a chainsaw, but anyway, she stuck it in the little chainsaw arm carry thing.
You got one?
Yeah, it's back here.
You don't know what it's called?
No, I ain't never used it. But anyway.
He's got one. He ain't used it. I've used a chainsaw once.
I don't know how to use it. I don't want to mess around and chain myself off. I don't want to chain me.
Saw yourself, not chain
yourself. I don't want to
yourself.
chain. I don't know. Sawing and chaining, man. Anyway, so she said, swallow this, mother blooder. And then she like stuck it in her face. And she saw her. And ooh.
That was so gruesome. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it.
Very bloody.
It was very bloody.
It was the most bloody thing I've ever seen.
Like, this was a true gore fest. Like, for those horror fans that love the gore, you loved Evil Dead in 2013. I'm telling you, you loved it.
Yeah, she chainsawed the hell out of this.
Now, I do believe this one was the most gory of the Evil Dead films.
Yeah, I think the most gory horror film of all time is Dead Alive. But yeah,
I haven't seen that.
But I think that Evil Dead at one point, the original, had the record at one point. I thought it did because there's a scene when Ash opens the door and gets like bam, like all that blood just like rushing in. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I don't think I'm misremembering, but yeah. No, there's raining blood, and then like the blood from this little demon body was going on Mia and going in her mouth and everything. And she's still saying "die" all the time. Tommy Jarvis like, but yeah, she was like all about it, man, killing the demon chick. But and that's the end of the movie.
And then the credits roll, and we get a little bit of Ash,
which I didn't understand.
I think the whole point of this was just to say, hey, this isn't a remake. This is after the events of my films. I'm still here, and I'm coming back. Which was not a lie, because he did get to come back in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Which I've seen all of those.
But I do believe
he
was supposed
not tied to this at all. Go ahead.
I do believe, no, it's not tied. They've ignored it.
It ties into Army of the Dark. Like, it ties into all that. I know you don't like Army
I don't. I hate that it went that direction. Upsets me. I will not buy you Army of the Darkness. I will not.
I'm pretty sure I have it.
I'm sure you do.
You
like it. It's your favorite one.
I had them all on VHS.
But
I'm looking around the room like I'm a madman. But go ahead. I'm looking to see if I have it somewhere.
But I do believe his whole purpose was to say this isn't a remake, but also to say I will be back.
Yeah.
In the sequel that didn't happen, but he did come back because he got his own TV series.
Yeah. I just would, but then they canceled it after like a crazy cliffhanger. I'm like, come on.
Did they really?
It ain't came back.
Well, I know it hasn't came. I didn't know it left. I thought it was only supposed to go 3 seasons.
No, it was a cliffhanger that leaves you like, man, shoot.
Don't you just hate that?
No, I hate that. Shows, stop doing stupid stuff.
Like,
if you know you're gonna get canceled, give me a finale.
Well, see, Stars should have been like, hey, we're gonna cancel you, so you need to reshoot this ending. I think every TV studio should do this. If you know for a fact you're not bringing it back, in which they did know, because the middle of the season it got canceled.
So why didn't and that leads to this afterthought. Why didn't 2013's Evil Dead get a sequel?
That is a great question, and I don't have the answer.
Did it do good?
It did amazing. It tripled what it cost.
I don't understand.
Quadrupled.
I don't understand.
It's kind of like Friday 13th. Massive.
The remake, you mean?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Did good numbers. I know it dropped heavily the second weekend, but it made its money. I mean, it should have got a sequel. Even Nightmare on Elm Street did good.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have got a sequel
No.
because that was terrible.
Make Freddy a child rapist.
Well, it was always hinted.
Yeah, I'd rather the hint than the actuality. Anyway, I thought, real quick, with Friday 13th, Halloween, what's a stupid movie?
Freddy?
Yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, the remake. They're done with the melty cheese face. Anyway.
Jackie, they wanted it to be realistic,
it looks
though.
terrible. But anyway.
I actually thought it looked good for a realistic.
I didn't hate the guy playing him because he plays Rorschach.
Great.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a good actor. But I just thought that I love the idea of that they thought that Freddy was a child killer or molester or whatever and killed him. And there's that moment where they thought that maybe he was actually innocent. And I thought that's a great aspect. Like, what if that's the case that they thought he was doing it, but he wasn't? Now he is the monster that they made him to be. And I was like, that's great. But no, they had to ruin it and have him be a molester. And, stupid. It's a stupid movie. I'm glad that they didn't make no more of you. But Evil Dead, I don't know when my voice did that. Evil Dead 2013. Yes, they should have made more of. But anyway, we're about to end it. Let me go and give you my markouts.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I give this movie 3 markouts out of 5.
He gives it a 3. I will give it a 3.5. I still think it's a pleasurable viewing. It's just, it is missing the campiness. But right before we do end it, I wanted to ask you your brief thoughts about this new Evil Dead movie coming.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it's coming next year, I think. I think it's already been filmed.
Okay, tell me.
I don't know what it's about.
What's your question, man?
How was your thoughts of the new Evil Dead movie?
I guess good. I don't know. I have no idea.
Like,
I'll watch it. I'll watch all of them.
But are you excited to see another Evil Dead?
Not really.
I am excited.
Oh, well, I gotta go. All right. Well,
thank you for listening. We're on the Markout Movie Podcast.
Next week, stand by me.